What's up, guys? Today we're checking out a 5K amplifier. This one is for Marts Digital, and this is the MXD5000 1-ohm version. So you can get these at bigjeffaudio.com. I'll put a link in the description. You could always use the HiFi Vector coupon code at checkout to save a little money. But really nice looking amp. You do have a power clip and protect light on the amplifier, which is nice, along with a digital voltmeter, which we'll show you here in a few minutes after we get it hooked up. You got your logo. I will say I wish more amp companies did this. It's got very nice protective packaging. It's covered with thick foam. You don't know how many amps I've got where they've been dinged from shipping, because a lot of amp companies just put them in a cardboard box. So that's pretty cool. You get the manual, a bass cable, and also a Marts Digital bass knob with a power indicator. And this bass knob is nice and tight, not sloppy. The knob feels nice and firm, so it's a pretty good little bass knob. And as far as specs go, specs say 5,000 at 1 ohm, 3,050 at 2 ohm on 12.6 volts. And they also gave you the 14.4 volt specs, which are 5150 at 1 ohm and 3100 at 2 ohm with 14.4 volts. And of course, on this end, we have our single RCA input, which is normal for a lot of Fullbridge amplifiers. You get one output. You got your high-low crossover, gain, bass boost level frequency, remote input, and two large, looks like 10 gauge speaker outputs. And on the other end, this is a pretty heavy amplifier. Definitely does not feel cheap or anything. It's very robust. We got two cooling fans on this side. I'm not sure if they're active or not. We'll see that when we fire this thing up. And we got large 2 gauge inputs, or 2-aught. Looks larger than 1-aught, so that's a good sign. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get this thing hooked up. I will show you guys also a gut shot at the end. But really nice looking amp. Feels really heavy duty. Well, let's get to it. Alright guys, we got it all hooked up. I wanted to show you the voltmeter. So that's a really cool feature. Power light is on, and your bass knob with the power LED. Alright, let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, and so these fans, they're actually pretty quiet, but they are always on, so they're not active. But the good thing is they're not loud, so that's a plus. I just wanted to show you guys the fans, because I was wondering if they were active or not myself. Okay guys, we got this Marts Digital MXD5000 hooked up to the dyno, and they don't give you 4 ohm specs on this, so we're just going to go ahead and see what it does. So let's go ahead and switch the HiFi Vector DL14 to 4 ohm and see what it puts out. So it did 1801 watts at 4 ohm. And as always, I'll put all the certified, uncertified, and efficiency ratings on a chart at the end. So it's a lot of power for 4 ohm. Let's go ahead and get ready for the next test. Alright, 2 ohm test. Manual says 3100. So let's see if it does it. Okay, 3089 at 2 ohms, and I'm sure it'll do more dynamically, which we'll do later. So very good. We did draw a lot of current. If you guys get these big amps like this that put out true power, you guys got to make sure you got the electrical, because I See so many guys buying like 3Ks and 5Ks, and their electrical won't hold it because they're used to like the boss ratings, you know, of amps that say 5,000 watts and really do 1,000. So just keep that in mind, guys. On these amps that put out real big power, you need some good electrical. All right, let's get on with the next test. Okay, 1 ohm test. At 14.4 volts, the specs say 5,150. So I'm not sure if they're rating it dynamically or certified or uncertified. But let's go ahead and see what it does. All right, 4,751 watts at 1 ohm. So it didn't quite hit the 5. I mean, that's very close. But we'll go ahead and try dynamic tests, and I'm sure it'll hit that dynamically. But so far, that's a lot of power, 4,751. You can see we draw a lot of current, so you guys need electrical for an amp like this. All right, let's go on to the next test, see if it can put out more dynamically. All right, let's see what this thing will do. Dynamic burst. Let's start with 4 ohm. All right, 1856. That was pretty close to the uncertified rating. Let's go ahead and do 2 ohm dynamic. All right, 3,238 watts dynamic at 2 ohm. All right, 1 ohm dynamic burst. $51.33. So pretty good, man. It's right there from what the specs say. A lot of current, guys. Make sure you got power. All right, let's go ahead and get the back off this thing and see what it looks like inside. But first, let me show you the results. All right, so here are all the results from the amp dyno test from the Marts MXD5000. You can see the efficiency is very good on this amplifier at 80% and 85.63%. You'll notice on all amp dynos, the uncertified efficiency is a lot less, and that's because you're just pushing the amp even when it's kind of stopped producing power. So you're just pushing it and it's just drawing more current. So you always will see the efficiency go down on uncertified. So certified is kind of the number to look at. I just put all this information up there for you guys to check out. But very good. This amp did great. Alright guys, and here is the gut shot of this amplifier. And this actually has 3 cooling fans. So there's the 2 on the ends, and also it has 1 on the board, which is really good. Because the case fans are cool, but it's definitely nice to get some airflow on the back of that PCB board. But it looks very good. These are large caps. In the center we got 2200 microfarad, 160 volt, 105 degrees Celsius caps. And over here we got 4200 microfarad, 25 volt, 105 degrees Celsius caps. So looks pretty nice, man. These Marts amps are pretty good. I usually don't like doing Fullbridges because if they're not built well, they will not handle the dyno and they'll end up popping. So both the Marts amps I've done so far have not skipped a beat. So very cool. Alright guys, well the amp did great. The internals look great. There is something to this brand for sure. I think they're stepping it up big time. You can get these amps from bigjeffaudio.com. If you guys buy anything there, you can use my coupon code, which is HiFi Vector, to save a little money. But really cool amp, man. Never went into protect. I did multiple dyno runs on it. Bass knob feels nice. Put out great power. So there you go, guys. If you could like and subscribe, man, it would really help me out. And thanks so much, and until next time. Please be advised, no amplifiers were harmed during the making of this video.